Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm E.T. Pone Home, joined here by KJ Freedom, the founder and owner of PSISTORM, I believe. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about this next segment, the FSL Showcase. KJ, why don't you tell us a little bit about how this all got started?
Yeah, so FSL started out as a family StarCraft league. We know a lot of people that play, family people, kids, aunts, uncles, etc. So I figured let's get them in our own mini league, create a code A, code B, code S, depending on their divisions, and just had our own seasons of tournaments. We're at season 9 now. So this is just a small show match segment, just to get the kids and you know the moms, cousins, etc., whatever, right? Get some exposure under the lights, I guess. They get excited and nervous, and the kids love it. We got some talented kids in there. You've been involved with FSL. So
Yeah, for quite a while. I'm one of the main casters there, so it's a lot of fun. You get to see a lot of excitement, a lot of passion for the game, even at the lower levels and stuff, and it really helps you see just how much fun StarCraft can be at all levels, really. So it's pretty wonderful. And yeah, I mean, we're going to have a pretty awesome set of games here for you guys. It's going to be a 4v4 to start between a bunch of the FSL players, and they're all really hyped and excited to play this out and kind of show you what they can do. So a lot to look forward to.
We have different formats too. It's like not just one-on-ones, but team games, and that was a lot of fun. The 2v2s, right?
Yeah, the 2v2 league. I think a lot of people were very interested in that. Just had a lot of fun with it. Being able to just have someone to collaborate with and bounce your ideas off of, and be like, we could do this, and you can do this, and everything, and have someone to talk to in game. I think it helps keep you a little bit. You know, you're calm, you're chill. You have someone just kind of banter with. It helps keep you focused on the game and just having fun and not getting too nervous. So.
All right, well, have fun casting it. You know the players. You've casted them many times.
Yeah,
so
I think we're going to
take care of that.
Yeah, we'll play a little video just to give you a quick introduction to our 4v4 players here.
Yep.
And then we'll be hopping into the game shortly.
Yep. All right. See you guys. What's up, guys? We're going to talk to the FSL people here. Who's playing?
Hello, my name is Little Reaper, and I play Protoss, and I've gotten a Platinum 1.
Nice.
Hey, I'm Chien Pone. I play Protoss, and I am Gold 3. Well, I've achieved Gold 3.
Nice.
Hey, what's up?
Tell me your name, game name, your ranking, what race you play.
I'm Dominic. I'm Deepu. I play everything, and I'm Plat 1, I think. Yeah.
Nice.
Hello, I'm Ethan. I go by ET. I play Terran. I'm like Silver 2. So
Nice. Menace, Zerg, Diamond 1. All right.
yeah.
Hyper Turtle, Platinum Random.
Nice. Tell me your game name, your race, and what level are you?
War Bunnies. I'm a Protoss and low diamond.
Nice.
I am Fenrir. I am a Silver 1 player. I don't know my MMR. I'm a Terran.
Nice. So tell me your name.
Instability.
And, what race you play and your ranking.
I'm in Diamond 2 with Protoss, but tonight I'll probably be playing Zerg.
Beautiful.
Hey, I'm Neutrophil. I play random and I'm high diamond.
Nice. And
I'm Chien Pone.
oh yeah, we saw you already. There you go. And this is ET. He's gonna be casting.
Howdy.
All right. And that guy is Caliber. He'll be playing later too. And that's our FSL group. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I'm joined here by Kwame Tempo. And we're going to have an exciting match, and one you've not seen before, never before seen on Cheeseadelphia's stage. A little bit of a 4v4 action. You're just introduced to the players a little bit there. It's going to be on Concord Alley, and I think they've got some spicy things cooked up for us, Tempo.
Yeah, you were telling me a little bit of some trash talking.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They don't play nice.
No,
they don't play nice in
these
this league.
kids these days, I tell you.
Yep, they are just uncouth, unmannered. It's disgusting, really.
But it's beautiful at the same time. Yeah?
Absolutely
It's,
beautiful.
That competitive
yes.
spirit, because sometimes you just got to let it all out.
Yeah, absolutely. So it should be a fun time. Just a little show match to kind of show more about the FSL. We do, of course, it takes place every Wednesday and Friday. And seasons run a few months at a time because obviously there's a lot of people interested in playing. So there's a lot of matches to do.
Yeah.
Tons of excitement. Some great storylines as well.
I bet
This
you're
league,
very familiar with them, too.
you can start a season with nothing, and then you're diamond by the end of it, right? Like, there's so much improvement that can be done at this level and so many months to do it over. But that said, we're going to be hopping into game here as we are loading into the map. It's going to be Concord LE as we are here in the bottom left-hand side of the map. We've got our pink Terran player from PSISTORM's community team. It is Neutrophil. And his ally, one of the many, the dark gray Zerg player, she is Instability. Ooh. Another teammate, the dark green Protoss player, he is Fenrir from Redstone. And rounding it out, we have the light green Protoss player trying to confuse us. We have War Bunnies from Minnesota Barcraft.
Hey. So that's going to be Team ET, okay? And on Team Tempo in the top right, all right, we got here on the right-hand side, give it up for the orange Terran player, ETTT. T to the fourth power. And a little bit above on the red, rocking the red trunks, it is the Terran player, Hyper Turtle, with that Minnesota Barcraft as well. And in the north-hand side, it is our pink Protoss player, D-Poo. Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
All right, D-Poo it is. And to round out the most amazing team, obviously, that's playing Team Tempo, it is our yellow Protoss player, Dark Menace.
Yeah, so a lot of players to keep track of. We're going to do team colors to make it a little bit easier on ourselves, I think.
We'll see.
The red versus the blue. That works for me.
All right.
So I can give you a little bit of backstory on some of these players. We have our team captains on each team, Neutrophil and Dark Menace. They're actually KJ's teenage sons.
Yep.
So some pretty talented kids there. Usually vying for that top spot in the Code S bracket, the diamond bracket of
nice.
the FSL. The only competitor that really gives them a run for their money so far is actually none other than Instability.
I saw her playing yesterday.
Yeah.
She did pretty well, right?
She did decently. I mean, almost. Just needed to win, I think, was the big difference there, the key difference. But my little sister, she's climbing up in those ranks as well. A strong Protoss player usually, but playing a little bit of Zerg. Because I think the players are planning on being a little bit aggressive.
Okay.
And she doesn't know how to do that as Protoss.
Oh, well,
hop into the Zerg
I'm sure
trunks.
there's a lot of people here that can help her with that 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. It is NA StarCraft after all, so I'm sure there's help galore. DPU and ET, a couple friends as well, and then we made mention of Hyper Turtle and War Bunnies being both in the same Minnesota Barcraft clan. They're good friends as well, and so of course leaped at the chance to be on opposite teams so they could annihilate each other as best they can.
Well, things are getting a little bit crazy already here, ET, as we have a Ghost Rush with Cloak.
Oh, yes, we've actually seen this in the 2v2 division. Dark Menace and Neutrophil played as a team there, and one of their favorite builds was doing a nuke rush. Double nuke, typically,
Oh
out
my
of
god,
Neutrophil.
yeah. Second Ghost Academy, too. Yeah, so it is going to be double nukes coming out. We got a nice early Baneling Nest as well, right? So a lot of aggression coming here. I'm assuming that cannon is for defense, so right, you get your teammates to go out on the battlefield, get some craziness done, but then you have a bit of defense at home in case, of course, there's some shenanigans on the other side.
Yeah, and these players, obviously, they range from silver all the way up to diamonds.
Yep.
So there's a lot of MMR difference here. So it's one of the beautiful things, though. We do have individual leagues for each level, but actually, we just saw
I think that was
a
a scout.
Phoenix hallucination, I think barely getting the scout on those ghosts. Of course, at this level, we do have to have a little asterisk of seen, but
does
maybe
it
not
mean that
noticed.
you saw it? Exactly, right?
As the Ghost Academies were a little bit in the back, and the ghost doesn't remain there on the map for you to look back in 5 minutes when you remember you scouted and
Exactly.
see. So we'll see if they're aware Of course, seeing that Neutrophil is playing as Terran, obviously he has a main race Protoss. That may already be a little bit of a tip-off, as he does love this build.
Okay.
We actually have Dark Shrine on the way.
I saw the Dark Shrine on the way
well.
too, right? Nuke in production. There's a lot going on right now, and that's the beauty of a 4v4, right? Oh,
yeah.
Dark Shrine, Blink. We got the Ghost on the right side flying in soon. So the Cloak is going to be done by the time they get there. So I'm just rubbing my hands together right now to see how they deal with the Cloaked Ghost dropping into their base.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see indeed. One nuke already finished up, another one on the way. And, you know, it's hard to spot the nukes even at the top level sometimes.
Oh, tell me about it. Are you kidding me? Do you know how many mineral lines I've lost?
The little red dot, of course, of doom. So we'll see how they manage to react to this. We see a lot of air units on the way, of course. That's sort of the flavor of 4v4.
Yep, here we
mass
go.
air. As the ghosts do go in, setting them on hold fire so they don't accidentally shoot anyone in advance. And he sees a juicy mineral line there.
All right, there's nuke number 1, ET. Nuke number 2 going over on the east side of the map. That's like where we are, like Philly, right? We got to be careful here. We might,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, got to be careful.
Spotted.
Oh, big nuke. Does manage to get mostly out of there. A few SCVs going down, but nothing too
Oh,
no!
And they spotted one of them, and of course the second one there. Didn't realize that there was going to be a second. 21 SCVs are going to be gone.
Very nice indeed.
Erased. Ouch. That hurts. You felt that one too, right?
Yeah, that hit me in my soul. Of course, they do have Blink Dark Templar tech coming up, maybe looking to get a little bit of counter-aggression done. And those Dark Templar, there's a lot
That's
of
a lot
them
of DTs, wow.
on the opponent's side of the map. Instability, she's sort of aware of what's going on, but there's no detection. However, there are banelings. Could manually detonate. However, that's a little bit much
risky,
to ask,
right?
potentially. As a whole base going down here. And Blink will be able to get him out of there pretty much for free. Of course, one Ghost still in there, dropping another nuke. Not as many SCVs here. Basically just bullying Hyper Turtle at this point.
Know.
Already took out his med mineral line.
He's going to lose the other ones too.
And kaboom.
Boom, baby.
Does go down. Yeah, I mean,
Hyper
Turtle.
Hyper Turtle is probably hyper pissed off right now.
Yeah, no
hyper
kidding.
angry.
Goodness gracious. As they are moving across the map now, that is a significant force out of blue team. Definitely could still get a lot done here. It's Deepu dropping some additional pylons for Warpins, I suppose.
Yeah.
And the Terran coming out as well. Void Rays coming out for Team Red, though.
I saw the Void Ray speed in production as well. And I also believe I saw Spire in production. So we'll see if, you know, losing that base will still allow. Oh, no, that was actually the other player, so.
Yeah, I think Instability has Aspire, but has lost a lot of Overlords that were out on the map, so have been hyper supply blocked since the last couple minutes, really, since the Aspire push up. Actually does come in with Mutalisk, but as a Protoss player, didn't quite understand that that's not how that works. Void Rays do come in, they got a good high ground position, but this is a big army out of the blue team here, pushing in. PSISTORM drops on mostly buildings, but still nice to have. And, man, a big, aggressive swell. Beautiful to see here. A nuke does start.
Oh, my God.
If that nuke lands, it could change the whole direction of this game, and it's coming close.
Oh, my God.
Just a couple moments, and here it comes. The nuke will land!
The blink at the last second was incredible there, too, but still a lot of units went down. Like, the bio got erased. Holy crap, this might actually be holdable just off of that nuke.
Yeah, that was so much damage coming down. Gonna try again. Of course, there's not very many units besides Ghosts, so if the nukes don't land, there's not a whole lot to be done.
But Instability has quite a few units here. Right at the top, they've been waiting at the top of the ramp, and honestly,
another big nuke gonna land. Once again.
I can't right now, ET. That was amazing.
That
was
the
defense of a century.
That was incredible out of Neutrophil there. Those nukes coming in clutch. However, Instability could just spend that 2,000 minerals she's got. They might have an army to hold, but at this point, they still don't have very many units. So unless the enemy continually walks into nukes for the next 10 minutes, it's still looking pretty good for Team Blue here, who has killed all the outside bases of the red team.
Yeah, right. Those DTs were putting in a lot of work during all of that, too. Definitely been super active. I did see the DT Blink researched, so they have a lot more mobility as well. But yeah, the nuke's definitely the MVP in allowing, you know, Team ET to actually stay up in this one.
Yeah, you know, proud of my boys for sure. DTs will blink on out of there. But another nuke is coming in now as soon as he started defending. That's very good out of Neutrophil. Looks like he's just going to nuke all day, every day is really his plan here. As, and it looks like it may be a big one here as Dark Menace across the map. Micro those DTs.
Oh my lord. These nukes are on fire right now, and I would love to see how many workers have died after all of that. Like, across the board as well, so that's pretty insane.
Goodness gracious. Almost 100 workers, almost entirely to those nukes, I believe, as well.
Yep.
So Neutrophil putting in huge amounts of work.
Right? Nuke-rophil, that's what we're going to call him from now on.
Nuke-rophil, indeed, but
that's a lot of
unfortunately,
Archons.
a huge amount of Archons, just so much Vespene gas being poured into this army here. And, you know, Tempo, Mutalisks are not what you're looking for here.
No, no. Mutas against Stalkers and Archons, yeah, you know, depends on what kind of position you have, but this one, that's a heckin' lot.
That is a lot to defend against indeed. And there's only so many nukes that can be dropped at a time. I mean, the supplies are relatively even, but the army just feels so vastly superior for Team Tempo.
Well, here come the Archons, right? The Interceptors actually doing some pretty decent work, but the Archons get right underneath these carriers, and they're flying on back. The Mutas, though, so that's actually good instability, getting across the map and saying, hey, yeah, my Mutas might not be able to be that good against their Archons, but I can do a little economic damage myself. The positioning is really good on these carriers and Void Rays, and the Archons have to recall back, and hopefully these Mutas are actually going to notice that. As, you know, this base has been ravaged. The Battlecruiser actually came out and got annihilated by those Mutas. This game is off the rails, my man.
Yeah, it's going crazy, absolutely, as we're only 11 minutes in, but it feels like there's been enough action for 3 4v4s.
Definitely.
They're just continually pushing in, but it definitely feels like Blue Team maybe having to pull back there. They're running out of steam a little bit, and if Red Team can stabilize it and they're going into carriers, that's going to be a scary position indeed.
Yeah. Wow, so this is nice, though, because I think the biggest issue before was that, yeah, they were getting the nukes on the army, but they weren't really doing economic damage, right? So these Mutas have just kind of equalized that almost on their own, right? Being able to disrupt the economy of Team Blue and just not really die, right? They're just being annoying, getting out whenever they see things that are going to pose a threat to them. So really, really nice play there, and a good decision not to stay home and try to defend with the Mutas here.
Yeah, I think that's excellent. I can see a lot of situations, especially at this, you know, Platinum Diamond level, where you're just like, okay, move the Mutas into the Archons, and, and hope I win.
That's it.
that's all you get. That's all she wrote. But being able to kind of fly away and then have the Archons against the carriers, which are a much better matchup overall, definitely one you can win, as we saw, as opposed to Mutalisks. I don't know. You'd have to Magic Box better than Serral to be able to win that situation. I'm not sure.
You're like, Magic Box better than Houdini, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, you have to be pretty insane there. Pretty big banks, though, out of War Bunnies and Instability, mostly on that gas as they're going for carriers and Mutalisks. So putting a little bit of resources, of course, not sharing with Air Force.
I know, right?
Who have been absolutely annihilated throughout this game.
Okay, another base going to go down here, so yeah. Right, is this Deepu or Dark Menace, the one with the Stalkers right there? I wasn't sure,
I think
but
Dark Menace has been pretty heavily on just the DTs, maybe swapping into other things now as well, but he also lost an entire mineral line, and I think he was only on one base at that point in time, so definitely hurting for those minerals at this point. We actually have a surprising number of players who are off racing in this game. There's only 2 or 3 that are on their main races at the moment.
Oh, this is awesome. So
I
another
feel like
nuke.
Team games are show where people really think that they're stupid strategies because you're like,
you got to. Where else are you going to do it? Oh,
well,
my God, the nuke is going to take out another mineral line of
no.
E.T. to the 4th power. Going to lose so many of those workers. And the carriers, they're in a big enough number that the Marines aren't able to overwhelm them, just completely wrecking the medevacs there, too. So this is getting to be a pretty scary situation, man. Like, how many carriers is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 6, actually? So
that's enough
lot minerals,
of carriers.
I think, for the Interceptors as well. So
War Bunnies is practically doubling the supply of any 2 players on the enemy team now, and with carrier supply, that's a very scary number indeed. This will also be the fastest game I've ever seen where someone just wins because they have a bunch of carriers. I feel like, because everyone else is so low on economy that you don't have to have 12 or 15 carriers
to win, right?
You just go like 6 carriers. Okay, I guess the game's over now.
Oh, these DTs are like, I have had enough of your nukes.
Yo,
Gonna be
silly
able to take
games
that.
are over, Terran
But
player.
they have Blink. They can get out of there. Oh, too much
Quite,
damage.
unfortunately. Still, though, kills. Only kills a Ghost Academy. Definitely a painful loss there. It looks like
Indeed.
Team Red is just getting so much done here.
Yeah, no defenses here for these mutas. Wow, these mutas have just paid for themselves in gold, right? Just the fact that they're able to just swoop in and out, get some damage done, and eventually this blue team is going to run out of steam if they really can deal with this.
Yeah, they absolutely will. It's so sad to see as well. I mean, for blue team, I feel like there were so many spots where it's like the game was over.
Those
but then
Templar.
this sort of thing happens. Okay, he pulls the probes.
I know.
Oh,
the
no.
army.
Pull the army as
Okay.
well. Okay, good.
All right.
Very
Oh,
nice.
they even get the ghost, but the nuke did go off and didn't hit anything. But yes, the mutas. Oh, the muta count might have been a little thinned out here, but they've definitely done their job. I believe they might have flown over some Archons or been split. We see right now Viking trying to deal with them as the mutas are in the orange and the red. But that muta did not make it to the flock.
Yeah, it looks like, sometimes people are like, always prioritize macro over micro, but it looks like Instability is prioritizing micro above all else. Up
Yeah.
until just a minute ago, she had 1,700 gas banked
I
up.
know.
It's like another 17 mutas could have been on the map, and then she loses when you see her go,
And it's
all
like-
right. And there's more mutas coming out onto the map.
Yeah, more T's than ET to the fourth power, right? Just
Yeah, that's true.
Mash
That's
that
true.
TP.
My namesake, really. I'm not sure why he's on Team Tempo betraying me.
Hey, man.
Daggers
kind
in
of
my heart.
connected, yeah. So.
Oh, that's a lot of carriers. I feel like this is an
scary.
A-movable position at this point. However, he's a carrier player. So until that number says 200 down there at the bottom, it's not time to move.
It's not time to move out.
You got to wait. You got to bide your time and be ready to go.
Make absolute certain that this is going to completely roll over the army. Now, of course, the other team is aware that there are a lot of carriers, right? So it's like, how are we going to deal with that? Right?
Yeah,
We
we're starting to see
Vikings,
some
but
Vikings coming out, but poor Hyper Turtle's economy has just been annihilated so many times in this
over
game.
and over and over again. And even though you hear that nuclear launch detected, that's kind of scary. You never know where it actually is. And that happens again.
Yeah, and
So
a
many
somewhat
workers.
underrated thing as well is that a 4-player map is way bigger
Bigger
than a
than
1-player
yeah,
map.
exactly.
So
There's
the
only
nuke
so
could
many
be in
places
so
on a
many more
one-player
places to check.
Yes, totally. And I
And,
mean, even in this game, it's not always a mineral line. So, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it could be on an army somewhere, and that's good play out of Neutrophil actually to be willing to throw it onto the army here and there and whatnot. A lot of players are like, nah, nuke is for a mineral line, man.
I know.
So to just be like, no, I'll just drop the nuke, and if it hits, it hits.
Hey,
and
they've
it's
been
paid
hitting.
off.
They've definitely been hitting here. And now this might be another one. A full mineral line. Jeez, I love this nuke play. It is just what a crazy way to actually just ready.
Oh. Ouch.
I can't. All right. Well, actually, you know what? So Instability is gonna have corruptors to support the mutas this time. So even when the carriers do move out, if there are like Vikings to deal with them, I still feel like, working with your team, right? Have some support for the carriers, for the things that usually would counter them. Now you have an air player as well to make sure that those carriers don't go down. Another nuke goes down. How many nukes have gone down in this game? I don't even know if I can count that high.
Idea.
All right, doors are in FS up mode, So.
Yeah, that's true. They are. This is a large army coming across the map for blue. Of course, it's I'd say, I don't know, about 2 nukes worth, would you say?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, you can
about
cover
2
that.
nukes worth.
I know we're going to be measuring it in nukes now. That is the currency, and also
This is
unit
an
of
army
measurement.
that could beat those carriers. The one thing I worry about is...
the Ling Banes are going to run into the Archons, unfortunately, though.
Yeah, that's a bad starting trade here, and the Archons not being at the front. I feel like you need those Archons to deal with the Interceptors a little bit, but
Yeah,
oh my
for
gosh,
sure.
it's so many carriers coming
Here
in.
we go. Carrier has arrived. Storms are going down on them. You know what? You might as well try to get as much
gotta
damage
get as much damage as you can. But
Holy
oh
moly.
my goodness, hanging out over the airspace as well. Well microed by War Bunnies here, keeping the army at arm's length here with his carriers, and just a lot of Interceptors fighting in and out there. And we're starting to see players pull on out of the game. GG.
At Team ET. In the end.
What can I say? I'm the best.
Yes, you are. And it's undisputable, right? We just saw it.
Yeah, the undisputed champion. So then we'll be hopping into our next format. Looks like we'll have time for 1 or 2 more, which is great to see. So what we're going to do is we're going to hop into a 2v2 match. But not just FSL players. We're actually going to have first, a quick little interview here. Actually, let's have Tempo interview you, and then we'll talk a little bit about the games.
All right, all right. This player we got, player-wise. Who do we got up here? Team captain. My man.
Hello, hello.
Hot damn. Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, yeah. So that was quite a match. Yeah?
Yeah, no kidding.
Just, did you expect it to be that crazy?
No, like, we had our plan going into it, but...
Oh, you want to introduce yourself? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm Neutrophil. I was the pink Terran there. We had plans going into it, and we just kind of let it go, you know?
Yeah.
And we were expecting, like, huge cheeses from the other team. We were scared of all-ins and stuff, so we were all defensive at first.
Yeah.
And I kind of ignored my team and decided to kind of just
go
go
ham
on my
with
own
the I
thing.
saw that with the stock.
Yeah, so but I have to thank War Bunny's there. He was our Protoss, I think. And he kind of just took charge there. He was shot calling. He was helping with the macro.
Really?
And yeah, he was just kind of leading the team, and I was just kind of tunnel visioning and everything. But
wow. Well, that was actually quite the game. I mean, did you count how many nukes actually went off that game? Because I couldn't keep track after nuke like 6.
I just kept spamming nukes.
Yeah.
But our teammates, they definitely carried their part. And we just kind of played a macro game there, I think.
Yeah, it ended up being quite the game, right? And, geez, just back and forth as far as, like, gutting economies, right? I remember it was the Mutas. Mutas coming through from instability, right, too, like, as a surprise. And just absolute craziness. Like, how do you even focus on one thing at this point, right? So what was the highlight of the game for you, though?
I mean...
Besides the win.
I think the first nuke was pretty crazy. But afterwards, I think it was just like our team synergy, because like everything was really like clicking, and especially towards the end, where we were all just like making our different armies, and we were having like different things to counter the things. So like when I had the ghosts in, we were scouting what they had, and we were just kind of talking about what we should do to counter like the BCs and just their armies. And I think the most satisfying part was just having everybody like really
really mesh well together, right? And just synergize. It felt like you kind of hit your stride at some point, right? So, hot dang. We decided to nickname you Nucrophil after that. So, I was going to say, how have you been liking at least playing in the FSL so far?
Yeah, FSL's been going really good. Tournaments, we have matches like every few weeks, but we get a lot of time to prepare for them, and we get to know our opponents, and it's just a really fun time.
Yeah, right. It seems like you guys are pretty tight already, just by looking at the way y'all have been interacting. And as far as this event too, right? Just being here, when's the last time you've had a chance to get to like some kind of a LAN event to actually see people and hang out?
I think it was the last PSISTORMCup.
Really?
The one that was in Fairfax.
Yep. Okay, I remember that.
But yeah, I haven't really played in any like LAN tournaments since.
LAN's all right. It's been quite the crazy past couple years, right? And it's so nice to see that even at an event like this, where we have like some of the top players, we can have a really fun game like that. You know, and I think we still have more to go. So I'm going to let you get back to it.
Thank you.
So congratulations, man. That was awesome.
Yep, good games.
Yeah, all right, good games, guys. So I believe we'll cut to a little bit of a break before we end up going into...
I think we're going to go straight in.
All right,
we got a little video to play, so a little bit of a cool story to this one. So we talked to some of the pros. They're going to play alongside a couple of the FSL players in a 2v2. We've got Detweiler from the group stage and Misery, a well-known member of the StarCraft community. They're going to be playing alongside the 2 youngest members of the FSL, 8 and 9 years old, respectively, I believe. It's going to be Chi and Pone and Little Reaper. So we got a little bit of an intro video to play just to kind of show you those players, and then we'll be able to hop into game. Hey guys, we've got our 2v2 team here. Our very first, we've got an exciting match here. Why don't you introduce yourself, guys? Misery. The Detweiler. It's going to be an exciting match. All right, welcome back. We're going to be jumping into this Pros and Joes 2v2. We got the Detweiler and Chi Pone. You just saw them on the video versus TVP, who is actually Misery and Little Reaper. Now, did you know that me and Chi Pone actually have a new secret handshake? You know? A new secret handshake?
Yeah, we can't tell you about it though because it's a secret.
Dude,
Sorry.
my own brother, and
Your
he can't
own
even tell me a secret handshake. That's crazy.
I taught him, man. I mean, his vibe, and he executed it perfectly as we were heading out last night. So.
Oh, he's a smooth dude.
He's a
I'm
smooth
not shocked.
dude.
I'm not shocked.
You know who else is smooth though? Little Reaper. You saw that? You know, he's rocking that fedora.
Oh,
We're talking
yeah,
about
dude.
there's only like one person that can rock a fedora like that, and it's Cyril. But I think a second person might be added to that list.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, he's already platinum at 8 years old, so we could be seeing him at Cyril's level soon.
Soon, definitely.
Nonetheless,
Wow.
we're ready to hop into game here as we have in the upper left-hand side of the map, we've got our blue Terran player, the pro of the team. It is the Detweiler. And his ally, the yellow Terran player, the Joe. It is Chien Pone.
Yay, yay. And in the bottom right-hand corner in the opposite team, give it up for the orange Protoss player, who is the apprentice in this one. It is Little Reaper playing Protoss. And the pro. It is our green Terran player spawning here in the south. Give it up for Misery. Oh my, okay. Well, that's a good little start here. A little different now.
That is awesome. I remember Misery and Detweiler were both like telling each other they're going to have some cheeky builds ready for
really
each other
now?
in this match.
Okay.
They want to make sure that their little guy gets the victory screen, you know.
Uh-huh.
So they're putting their all into it. And
All right.
I mean, holy moly. Little Reaper, actually known as a pretty aggressive player in the FSL. No stranger to proxy robo all-ins in
Oh, my.
PvP. Loves DT drops, all that stuff. He gets a lot of aggression done. Oh, no.
Whoa, whoa. SCV on SCV combat here. But it looks like this, 2 racks is being built next to the proxy ones. How could you do this? Misery feeling the name indeed, and Chien Pone is like, cuz. And we got that
Cuz.
little winky face as well, so here we go. I'm wondering, though, whose Reapers are going to come out first, if that's going to be what ends up coming out of those barracks.
Yeah, it looks like we got some Reapers on the way. It looks like Detweiler, shockingly, is getting his Reapers slightly faster than Chien Pone. Chien Pone, I guess, just not feeling quite in form today, as usually he's at least playing around 5,600 MMR. Wink, wink.
Yeah, yeah.
But we do have some Reapers coming out. We'll see how much they're able to get done since they were fully scouted. That's obviously not what you're hoping for here.
Yeah.
As the Reapers come into the main base, they're fighting back and forth here.
Oh.
Does manage to chase down one Reaper of
All right,
the opponent.
he's keeping his Reaper alive. I mean, another hit here, oh, perhaps 2 of them. Or even a Reaper shot could be it, but the Stalker is out to try to chase these Reapers away. One of the Reapers goes down, and now the Stalker, the MVP, gets another one. And a really nice, solid defense so far, so good.
Yeah, so far doing quite well indeed. Chien Pone, definitely a pretty micro-heavy player. He really likes getting some units and making them do a whole lot before he worries about making other units.
Yep.
So we're seeing more and more Reapers come out for him. It's pretty cool, actually, to see that he is indeed microing his Reapers.
Yeah.
He's not just, like, sharing control or something like that.
Yeah.
He's putting in the work himself, and, I mean, he's doing pretty well on the micro. Only really losing units to Stalkers and whatnot. Even going to make it away from the Reapers.
Oh, was that a bait?
Misery, but a little bit of a surround there out of the Detweiler. Very nice onto the Reapers of Misery here.
Oh my
And
gosh.
enough Reapers now to even fight off
The Stalker goes down.
Stalkers. That is that's not something you see every day. Is Reapers fighting Stalkers straight up. And, of course, SCVs are going to get absolutely ripped through here. There's so many Reapers coming out for the players in the top left.
Retreat, retreat.
Chien Pone pulling back a little bit to the Reapers of the Detweiler here as they are going in.
Dude, there are so many
going
Reapers right
hard.
now. Oh, man, the Detweiler going on through, canceling the factory, so we're not going to see that Hellion come out either. This Reaper count is getting out of control, and, yep, now we're starting to see some of these grenades getting down. That factory is so low. I think he might just snipe it down. Yep, gets rid of it, resets the tech. And now it's up to these 2 Stalkers and 2 Reapers to see if they can deal with how many Reapers on the other side. I would say too many.
Yeah, quite a lot. They're starting to get very low in health, though. Good
You're right.
juggling out of the Detweiler for the most part. They'll still have 3 Reapers left against only the 1 Stalker of Little Reaper there.
Well, Little Reaper's economy is on point right now, but you know, you got to be careful because you need to be able to get enough of these Stalkers out to chase them all away.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
Little Reaper's
But
actually
he does have
holding it
3
down.
gateways down now, so
Yep.
there's a lot of Stalkers coming out. He's starting to trade better and better against those Reapers, but great
Nice
in
micro.
and out of the Detweiler.
Wow,
And
target
Chienpone
firing on
even.
these Reapers, and he's actually going to be able to do this.
Yeah, very nice out of Little Reaper
Power
there.
of the Fedora.
Wow. Misery, though. I mean, holy. 7 workers to his name.
Yeah.
20
Lost
workers going down.
20 of them. Ooh. Oh, my. All right, well then, look at that. The Grasshopper has become the sensei.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, Little Reaper actually the highest supply in the game right now.
Isn't that crazy?
And the most workers, so pretty nicely done there.
Yep.
He's making a lot of shield batteries, making a lot of stalkers. And oh yeah, as the observer is showing us, has a supply depot pylon
proxy pylon
in the main base of his opponent, so he could start warping in there anytime really. Now he's got his shield batteries. I wouldn't be surprised if he feels comfortable enough to try a warp into Adepts or something like that. On the
yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Definitely a good way to start getting back into this.
I was going to say, especially because you know that the other team's barracks are on the other side of the map, right? So it's going to be hard to actually... I think they might have made factories, though, at home.
Yeah. Chienpone, obviously, like I said, he's someone who loves to micro at the expense of his macro oftentimes.
I think that happens to a lot of us, yeah?
It happens to a lot of us. You know, some of us just have... you know, less excuse at the rank we're at. So
yet it still happens.
It still happens, though. But yeah, floating a couple thousand resources. That's just for the surprise 5 command center build that he's got coming up for us. Of course.
I've been waiting for this one. All right,
a lot of shield batteries. I do wonder if maybe a few too many coming out for Little Reaper there. That's a lot of mineral investment.
All right, well, that's that slow warping. Remember, yes, of course, if you don't have a warp gate next to a pylon, it does warp in incredibly slow. But the good surround, wow, the Reaper's actually bopping the SCVs and making
these are the Reapers of Misery.
Of Misery coming around, right?
Awesome.
So they actually saved the Stalker from the surround.
Synced in,
Isn't that awesome?
Dealing so much damage to workers. This is a ton of economy damage. Down to only 8 workers is Chienpone, and the Detweiler at only 16. A fantastic slap back by Misery and Little Reaper, and great coordination there. Honestly, that was fantastic.
The timing was like, you know, I was so worried about that Stalker getting surrounded. Like, oh, that's all she wrote. But no, to the rescue came the Reapers. And now it looks like there's a bunch of Zealots up in here too. Little Reaper really causing a lot of chaos inside of the base of Chienpone. And the Detweiler really still only able to make Reapers and Cyclones, I believe. But holy moly, guacamole. This has been crazy back and forth. And it seems like Little Reaper and Misery are actually going to be able to swing things in their favor.
Yeah, dealing a lot of worker damage here. Less than 20 workers between the 2 Terrans in the top left. Definitely a rough spot to find themselves in. It looked so promising for them initially, but just never dealing with that proxy pylon. If that is not there, it becomes so much easier to defend against just Reapers jumping in your main base.
Yeah, they really worked together there, and that was great. So now we're going to be transitioning into what looks to be Ghosts out of Misery. And the cloak upgrade is being researched too, so I guess there are 2 Terrans, so scans are going to be pretty useful here unless they decide to use meals because of how many workers they've lost. But at this point in time, the Stalker count's getting up there. I didn't see if Blink was researched, but no, it doesn't look like it.
No,
However,
Twilight Council on the way, but obviously been slightly preoccupied with this weird little thing called 4 or 5 barracks on your side of the map.
Yeah. Oh, misses some of those Stalkers.
A lot of damage going down onto the Stalkers, and not all of them getting recalled as well. I mean, there's still a sizable army for the Detweiler and Chienpone. Chienpone has exactly 28 army supply and 0 workers. So there goes one. 1 worker.
1 worker. Woo!
We're making it back. We're practically Jeff Bezos at this point.
Yeah. We got Mules, right? With
Mules. I mean, he's getting some
I heard that's one of
income now.
Chienpone's favorite songs, by the way.
Yeah.
Good
Shout out to
music.
that one. Great taste. Yeah, he sings that one all the time. In the car.
Yeah.
On the road, but
probably singing it right now.
Yeah, probably pushing up into the main base though. Shield batteries are here. I mean, there were a lot of shield batteries, and Chienpone pulling back the instant he sees that shield battery overcharge. Very nice play out of him.
It's exactly what you need to do, right? That shield battery overcharge is so scary to deal with, but oh boy, there's a lot of Stalkers here.
Great micro on both
getting
sides.
a lot of his units chipped away at. Oh no, they're trapped. There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
Does target fire one of the low health Stalkers though, so very nicely done out of all parties involved. But nukes now on the way for Misery.
Okay.
Says you're gonna have your teammate Reaper rush me, Detweiler.
Excuse me.
You're really gonna do that? You're gonna pull that? Okay. Okay. You're gonna get nuked.
Yeah. I mean, why not?
You're gonna be powerless to stop it.
In
what
the
are you gonna
spirit
do?
of
You
the
got
last
6 army supply.
Yeah. Come at me, bro. Can you even afford a scan at this point?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
All right.
It's looking rough
Yeah,
for the
there's
team
three
in the
of
top left here.
Here they
Little
go.
Reaper, I mean, carry? Carry? Question mark? I mean, I think
Oh
maybe
my
we need
God,
to
it's
we need
open.
to
The door
switch it.
is open.
The door is open, and in comes the nuke, which will be able to bust over those
Oh,
Evos
get out of that
as
scan
well.
range. Oh my God. Yep, even the disruption of the few workers that they're able to use is going to be nice because guess what? It's coming on the other side.
Yeah,
You got
the
Stalkers.
army coming in for the
Follow-up.
Stalkers of Little Reaper, and of course that wall off got heavily damaged by the nukes there, which means there's very little left to keep the ghosts from getting in, and in walks another one. Do we have Blink yet? No Blink yet. Did make
Not
that
just
Twilight
yet.
Council, but got a little preoccupied. Completely understandable, but I mean, excellent play. Both of these kids are playing the game of their lives.
I
really
bet.
here.
Yeah, this is both of these games have been great, like exciting, and just full of action.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is what we hope to bring with the FSL, and man, they are bringing their all. Seems like they're really feeling it, which is great to see. As I mean, they're just kind of chilling for the moment. Dark Shrine, the classic of Little Reaper, and nukes. So it's basically cloak to death is what we're looking at here.
Yeah, basically burning scans left and right because they're not going to be able to catch up if they have to continue to make these scans just to deal with these ghosts, man. And then they're going to add DTs to the mix too. Like, oh my gosh, how brutal can you be?
Yeah, that's a tall order for sure. As Misery walks up, props the nuke.
All right, forcing the tanks to unsiege because I don't believe they have a scan. But
Yeah.
good call. He is able to use those eagle eyes in order to see. Snipe on one Marine.
Oh no, almost
Gets the supply depot wall down though. That's always good.
Yeah, very nice. I mean, it's pretty hard to kill Terrans that have siege tanks on the high ground, but
Yeah.
they're definitely looking, sharking around, trying to find that opportunity. Once Blink gets done, obviously, that'll help quite a bit in doing so.
Yes.
That ghost does get snapped up by the jaws of the siege tank.
Oh,
However,
good
there's
target
so
fire.
many stalkers here, and the Immortal anchoring as well. And the boys do get pulled, but Little Reaper pushing up in. A fantastically large army compared to what his opponents have, and I think this may be all she wrote here.
I think you might be right, ET. Yep, the Stalkers are moving on in. The Immortal also helping out with the DPS on literally everything. Soaked up so much damage from the Marines and obliterated the tank.
Gold.
What a game. Misery and Little Reaper bring it back.
Yeah, that
Wow.
was absolutely insane. Was not expecting the comeback there. I mean, Misery at one point was 7 SCVs and almost 25 for each of his opponents. So a very good comeback there and an incredible game. Hope you all enjoyed that. Of course, we will be back to the main action of the Cheeseadelphia, but don't forget, Wednesdays and Fridays you can catch FSL live on Twitch. So be sure to be there.
Twitch.tv/FSL.
Twitch.tv/KJ Freedom.
KJ
It's usually on KJ's main channel, so you can find that on his Twitter at Freedom, I believe.
All right, and that's with like 3 E's, I believe.
Yeah, it's hard to
We'll
count.
definitely get a link there for you.
All right, and
guys.
we're going to go ahead and do a quick interview, I think, with Little
wanna get
Reaper,
this one?
and then we will pass it back.
You want to get this one?
Sure. Yeah, come on over.
MVP. I can't believe it, yo. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
So sick.
All right, slap that bad boy on there. Now, I may be crazy, but you kind of made Misery look like the Joe a little bit there. I mean, you were the highest supply count for quite a while. I mean, it's definitely not because the Reapers were all targeting him or anything. Definitely not. It's because of your superior macro skills. Were you worried, though? I mean, all those Reaper pouring into your base, it probably felt pretty scary.
Yeah, but we knew it was coming because we scouted their build order and we saw that they had a quick rush, and we saw like Reapers and Marines on their build order, so we thought, let's try to defend because
And I mean,
blocked off the Reaper ramp. So
yeah, I mean, and a great defense it was indeed. Some fantastic warpins on the other side of the map, a very clever proxy pylon there, and managed to bring it back. I mean, at one point you guys had like half the supply of your opponents, so a fantastic comeback. That's got to feel pretty good to come back against that, right?
yeah.
Awesome. Well, we'll go ahead and let it head back into our next main Cheeseadelphia match. But thanks so much for coming out and talking to me, Little Reaper, and we hope we see you guys in the FSL next week. Thank you.
Bye.